Then I'm going to get into some really good news, like Dr. Terry Wahls, Selma Blair. I mean, for me, it's like a positive omen to show me I'm on the right path. I just want to feel good, and I know the more that I can help others, the better I'll feel. Okay, so yeah, I feel a little overwhelmed right now, and it's just like I'm surfing the waves there. Okay, like over the last 10 years, it's just been, back and forth, learning from the good, the bad, the horrible, right? Like my last business, where my business was my baby took over. I feel like I'm on the right track. I feel everything's going pretty good. Thank you for your support. Yeah, it means a lot.
The Just MS Show with host Justin Loizos. Episode 15, 2020 Year in Review.
Hey, welcome to the show. Very first episode of 2023. I'm excited. I'm looking to be more consistent, and I have some big goals for the show and sort of goals for myself that align with the show. Why I picked to do this over anything else, I had a few options that I narrowed down my next occupation to be. And I've decided to stick with this because with this, I will be the most likely to do better with my health. Any of my other options, they were in contrast. It's okay. So I decided to do this. I'm excited. I want to do better. I want to feel better. I want to help you feel better. I have some like big goals, neither here nor there, but I'm excited. Yes. Okay. So here we are. And unfortunately, I'm going to start this off with a little bit of bad news. Then I'm going to get into some really good news, like Dr. Terry Wahls, Selma Blair, and you know what I mean? Like serious stuff, right? In this world of multiple sclerosis. My 2022 was neat. All right. So my mom, unfortunately, she broke her hip and femur at the very end of 2022, right? She's still in the hospital. She's in the hospital for New Year's and Christmas. I got to go visit her on Christmas in the hospital. I'm trying to go as much as I can, and my whole family's supporting her. She has so much support. She's loved and supported, and it's beautiful. Stressful, but what it does to me is nothing compared to what she's going through, so I can't even begin to think about my stresses in that regard, and it helps to strengthen me. So we're just going to get her feeling better, and it's gonna happen. It's happening. She's doing great. She's doing great in her rehabilitation. She's slowly working. She's improving, getting strength, and it's exciting to see. Yeah. Okay. So I move on to something more positive, where I had my very first interview for the Just MS Show. If you've noticed, I've been doing these shows and episodes, kind of talking about my story. That's it. And then my goal has been to do interviews, but kind of kept it on hold because of ABC, X, Y, and Z. And yeah, so I get into this, and my first interview was with a woman. Her name is Heba Sube Haidar, and she's an amazing person who has this great experience online and in this realm, if you will. So as I was like glitching and making mistakes, she was like fixing and making sure that we stayed on track. So for that episode to finish successfully, I give her the most credit. Yeah. And she has a great story, personality. It comes off well, and it's moving. I didn't have to do much, so therefore I couldn't mess up so much, thankfully. And I think that's going to be the key to this show. Just let my guests speak and try not to mess up so much, right? There's a bit of a gap there where I wasn't feeling well when I did the interview, so that didn't help. I was like in and out of it, and I ended up knocking out later that night, hitting my head, becoming concussed for about a month, messed up my whole world, and it put the Just MS Show on hold, right? And I had a cache of episodes that I recorded just in case something would happen. So a lot of these episodes that you see were just rushed, and I just next shirt, and I was feeling good one day, and I just started recording episodes, right? But they were rushed, and I made mistakes, and I would have liked to do most of them better, but I was concussed. So I started releasing those episodes. I feel good that I got them done, and I'm like, hold on. So I'm just trying to work on my SOP and my whole business plan. Like I don't have the whole thing written out yet. And it's not a good thing to do before you start an endeavor, but it's not. Anyway, it's working out. Okay, so we had this interview. Then I hit my head, and I'm out of it. And I was out of it for like a month. I released the episodes, and they're going pretty good. And then all of a sudden, I get a message, right? And it's like, who, what, wow, me? And yeah, what, like, oh boy. So Dr. Terry Wahls, someone who I've looked up to, followed, and I feel she's helped me so much along the way with my journey and with multiple sclerosis, right? Like me and my mom, we started following her protocol, working on the Wahls protocol, and my mom is a great cook, and she did this, like, she really took it on. She's feeling better, I'm feeling better, great recipes, great. We tripled down on the whole protocol, right? And it was incredible. I don't know if I'll ever do that again, but somewhere close. Like I'm back on trying to work on the protocol now. After speaking with Dr. Terry Wahls, I just got remotivated. I'm probably phase 1 right now, just trying to work my way up. And yeah, so if you don't know what that means, you can get in touch with me. I can help to educate you, or we could do some stuff together. You can help me if you like, if you feel you can. Yeah. So Dr. Terry Wahls messages me, and I'm like, wow, it caught me off guard. I have to like step back, take a break, have some water, and then read the message. She has to be interviewed, right, to help get the word out for her peer-reviewed study for her protocol. I was honored. I was honored. My problem now is I feel like indebted, and I not in a negative way. Like I want to do my part to really push this get some entries, like some participants in the study. That would be incredible if I could help that out at all. And maybe more importantly is just really getting the word out. So people without MS, just more people knowing about food as medicine, and some strategy to do it, some information where you can actually learn about the nutrients, how it works in food and otherwise. Like Dr. Terry Wahls has done a great job of working to educate us and also provide the steps and recipes that it takes to be successful with the protocol. And you follow her story, and she went from progressive, wheelchair bound, and pardon me, the name's eluding me, but wheelchair bound, but the reclining wheelchair, where and then she's riding her bike, right? Now MS is strange, and even for me, I'm like, I kind of gave up on trying to understand what's going on with me, but I do understand how we can align and feel better. I'm not going to pretend I know more than that, right? I'm not a doctor, but the doctors don't even. So she's doing this double-blind peer-reviewed study, and she needs some help. So hopefully you can help her. At the very least, try to learn about it, right? See if you can help yourself. You know, it's even just going phase 1, just starting off, getting into the in removing a lot of junk from your life, that can help. But let's not focus on that right now. I mean, focus on it in your life, but not for this conversation or episode. Okay. Where are we at here? About 7 minutes in. Dr. Terry Wahls, that, like, you know what I mean? I felt, for me, it's like a positive omen to show me I'm on the right path. I feel like honored, respected, and yeah. Okay. So Toronto rehab, Dr. Terry Wahls, and then guess what? All of a sudden, I mean, bing, 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 bing. What? Huh? Who? Are you serious? Me? And it was Selma Blair, who's like the bre-1 ambassador for multiple sclerosis. She's getting the word out there, educating. She's on Dancing with the Stars, had to stop and re-enter. It's really beautiful story. I want to learn more about her story, and I think we all do. We want to get to know her a bit better, and she's going to help to inform us about her story. And anyway, so she starts liking the post that I made about her, and it was just, you know, some ET post, and it's getting a lot of likes and people talking. And then she jumped in on some comments and had a little bit of a conversation with someone, and I felt like it was her, because there was little typos that I make all the time, and I feel like there's like dexterity issues there that kind of, and I don't worry about it. So maybe I could be assuming, I don't know. But regardless, huge, made me feel good. Another great positive omen. Like I feel like I'm on the right track. So thank you, Selma Blair, and thank you, Dr. Terry Wahls, and thank you, Heba, and thank you, everybody, and thank you. It's exciting, and this is only the beginning. And towards the progressive state, like where I get, like where as this reaches to some of these goals that we hit, I feel like I'm going to really start to help you in deeper ways, and that's my goal. I just want to feel good, and I know the more that I can help others, the better I'll feel. So it's sort of selfish, but not at the same time, because you're going to get a lot out of it. So yeah, we're just going to work to all feel better, right? That's the goal here. Okay, so I've been trending on Instagram. It's like, what? Okay, that's the goal there. All right, I know it. I understand it. It kind of gives me anxiety a lot of times. So I'm just like on one post a day, and I have a app. They're easy to find that you can post multiple times a day as much as you want. But I want to keep it like interactive and genuine, and I want to answer questions and talk and just show support. I don't want it to just be post after post and whatever. But if I had a team to help and but somebody who could answer the MS questions and be there supportive, then that would be cool. But we could work on that. And I've spoken to a few people, one step at a time. Okay. So yeah, I feel a little overwhelmed right now, and it's just like I'm surfing the waves there, or whatever analogy you want to use, right? But that's okay. Like over the last 10 years, it's just been, back and forth, learning from the good, the bad, the horrible. And yeah, so now it's just like, I could easily just kind of pile this on, that on, let's try this and that and the other, and then just crash. And that's not what I'm going to do now. So I have a lot on my plate. I'm just trying to like navigate this all carefully. And like I did this, like I told you, the cost benefit analysis, spent some time with the rehabilitation team at Toronto Rehab to figure out what my next steps are. Like one, I was going to open some business. I was going to be like, taking on some sort of a lot more than I would be able to control. And that's what I worry about, right? Just keeping the control elements. And I wouldn't want to take on some sort of responsibility that I would be, I would let it take precedence over my illness, right? Like my last business, where my business was my baby took over, right? So my health became secondary, and I can't let that happen again. So therefore, with the Just MS show, my health is number one, and my goals are aligned with this show. So yeah, I'm excited for 2023. I feel like I'm on the right track. I feel everything's going pretty good. Thank you for your support. Yeah, it means a lot. I'm even like, oh, thank you.